Just when we thought the Evelyn Hart situation couldn't get any worse, a new update came out and it has made people see this whole situation a little differently. Because not just one, but 4 different people have released a statement addressing it. Ben, the alleged abuser himself, Fred, Ben's brother, and an alleged ex-girlfriend of Ben. And 3 of those people are accusing Evelyn of being an abuser and a cheat. So in today's video, I'm gonna be breaking it all down. With that being said, let's dive right into it, shall we? First off, if you don't know who Evelyn Hart is a 27-year-old content creator who mostly posts vlogs, day-in-the-life content, get ready with me, and so on and so forth. She currently has 2 YouTube channels. The first one she runs with her sisters and they have almost 5 million subscribers on there, while the second one is her personal YouTube channel and she has over 460,000 subscribers. On TikTok, she has over 4 million followers, while on Instagram, she has over 2 million followers. Most of Evelyn's content surrounds about vlogging, talking to the camera, and basically just sharing info about her personal life. And just by saying this, you should get the idea that she also shared information about her dating life. Her first very public relationship, by public I mean out there relationship, was with a man named Fred. Fred and Evelyn started dating around 2023 and a lot of people just really liked their relationship. They saw them as the perfect couple because of the videos that they post and they just essentially looked cute together. But I think what a lot of people weren't really expecting was for them to break up, because in 2024, Evelyn and Fred announced that they were no longer together.
As many of you guys have been speculating, Fred and I have gone our separate ways. I feel like I needed to address this to you guys because I haven't posted with him in a while and I've been getting numerous amounts of DMs and comments. I just needed some time to myself to process everything until I was ready to talk about it, which is why I haven't been saying anything. I know you guys have been curious and waiting for some clarity, and I'm really sorry for keeping you guys in the dark for so long. Breakups are never easy, and this was a decision that came with a lot of heartache and lots of thoughtful consideration. Sometimes life just doesn't go as planned, and that's okay. I don't want to disclose any personal details of my relationship with Fred, but just know that I wish him all the best.
As many of you know, I got out of a long-term relationship in February of this past year, and the reason I haven't really brought this up on social media or talked about it yet is because I didn't want to bring up any online drama or negativity. I know many of you might feel disappointed and confused about what happened between Evelyn and I because we shared so much of our relationship online. First, I want to start off by saying that even though Evelyn and I aren't together anymore, there is no bad blood between us, and we have nothing but respect for each other. Ultimately, we decided it was best for both of us to move on from our relationship because our goals and values for the future were different. And I just want to remind you guys to please be kind and to not make any assumptions based on what you see online.
A few months down the drain, Evelyn started posting videos with a new man in the picture. The first video that she officially posted with this new man was a YouTube video titled "A Boy Flew Me Out," and throughout this video, she kept the man's face blurred and kept on referring to him as Mystery Man. Eventually, Evelyn decided to show his face and people quickly found out that it was a guy named Ben Pasternak. And this guy is a multi-millionaire. I mean, he founded his own vegan plant-based meat brand and it is pretty successful. But pretty quickly, people found out that he has been involved in a controversy regarding crypto. I mean, he allegedly scammed millions of dollars from people. When this news was made public to her fan base, a lot of people weren't really feeling Ben anymore because, you know, he's allegedly a scammer. They started leaving comments telling Evelyn that the person that she's dating is a scammer and will probably go to jail pretty soon, you know, just giving her a heads up. But eventually people stopped because they started to realize that maybe Evelyn already knew before getting into a relationship with him that people are accusing him of scamming millions of dollars of crypto. And that was it. Evelyn kept on posting videos with Ben involved, but people started to notice the red flags, especially on Ben's end. He would do very questionable and let's just say disrespectful things. You know, the kind of things that you hear and you're just like, why would you ever say that?
What happened when the white male and the Asian girl went on a boat together?
What happened?
The white male chucked her off, and she drowned.
Would you rather?
You have to answer.
Listen. Would you rather we go swimming in the pool over there and I hold your head underwater and you die?
This is actually scary. It's like rock climbing, basically.
You should.
Ben's the only one that can make Evelyn shut the f up.
I'm kidding, babe. I love you. Keep talking.
He's just trying to not get canceled, guys.
Same stuff.
Mystery Joshua hates me.
Name right, you.
And netizens also noticed the way he would always look for ways to push, nudge, or, you know, harm Evelyn one way or the other.
Oh, she must be so busy. I wonder what she's doing right now. Toxic fine.
Because of the really crazy things that he says or how he just pushes her unnecessarily, people started feeling concerned, and rightfully so. It got to a point that netizens started bringing up her last relationship with a guy named Fred. I hope you remember. They started comparing Ben to Fred, saying that Fred is way better than Ben and she should just leave Ben and go back to Fred, that they were a perfect couple. And she was very, very quick to shut down that narrative by saying that social media is fake and her and Fred were toxic behind the camera.
Talking about this is honestly the last thing on my agenda, but the comments were getting really insane, so I feel like I have to say something. So I posted a video with Mystery Man doing the We Listen and We Don't Judge challenge. 99% of the comments were saying stuff like he's a walking red flag, bringing out my ex, saying how he's so much better, he shouldn't be treating me like this, and just really negative comments about him. And I just want to say that social media is literally not real. It's fake. You guys are making judgments on what Mystery Man is like based off of just a 60-second video of him, and it could be the other way around. Like, he could seem like the best person on the planet on camera, but in reality he could be the most awful person. And you guys keep bringing up my ex and comparing him to Mystery Man. This is so hard for me because I really don't want to bring up my previous relationship or the past or anything. You guys have no idea what goes on behind the scenes. When I say social media is fake, just think about it and just think about it.
Even though netizens felt a bit off with the way she addressed the whole thing, they thought, she's talking down on her ex to just make people like her new boyfriend more. People just moved on because, to be honest, what else can they do about the situation? Around early April of 2026, Evelyn's fans started to speculate that her and Ben are no longer together due to her no longer posting about him or even making videos with him. But at this point, it was only just a speculation. It had not been confirmed. On April 1st, 2026, Evelyn posted a video captioned, "Get ready with me to cover my scar." And people saw this as a prank because it was posted on April 1st. A lot of people were concerned, sending their love, their support to Evelyn, but most people just saw it as a joke. They didn't really take it seriously, and most people prank their fandom on April 1st, so people just moved on with their lives. It wasn't until April 21st, 2026 that new information came out that Ben got arrested for second-degree strangulation and assault causing physical harm. And according to the report, the incident happened on the 31st of March 2026. So just keep in mind that Evelyn posted this video on April 1st, 2026, and the incident happened just the day before. So pretty quickly, people started connecting the dots. Once people started knowing about this, articles started dropping left and right. This is the version of events that most articles report on. According to the report, Ben and Evelyn decided to stay in a hotel in Manhattan that cost about $2,000 a night because they were allegedly running away or trying to stay away from the lawsuit that's about to be filed against Ben because of, he was involved in a cryptocurrency scam. And in the process of them allegedly hiding out, Evelyn decided to bring out her phone and film Ben in that situation. And in that moment, a fight broke out and Ben allegedly strangled Evelyn. When this news went public, netizens were really concerned for Evelyn. They were going over to her page, sending her love, and even making edits of when Ben is acting creepy, doing stupid things to Evelyn, or saying things that really are just completely unnecessary. On the 23rd of April, Evelyn posted a video on YouTube addressing the whole situation, and she said that she had to end her relationship with Ben for her safety and her well-being.
I also want to address with you guys some of the speculation that's been going out online. I have been seeing them, so I just wanted to make this video to address it directly with you guys and let you guys know that I'm no longer in a relationship. There's been serious boundaries that were crossed, and I decided to move away from that relationship for the sake of my safety and my well-being. But yeah, that's honestly all I can talk about right now. Maybe down the line I can open up with you guys a little bit more, but it's still really fresh and raw, and I just need some time to process everything.
That was all we knew at that point, except from Erica later going on live and slightly addressing the entire situation, saying she cannot really talk much on it because of legal reasons.
I'm just gonna let y'all know I can't talk about anything. Yeah, can't talk about anything that has to do with anyone other than me. I do have my opinions though, but let me just say, I hate an insecure man. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep it at that.
Just a few hours after I posted my first video on this situation, Ben posted a YouTube video addressing this whole situation. The first thing he said in this video is that he has never strangled anybody before, and the whole allegation going around about strangulation is completely false.
You're watching this video because perhaps you've seen the recent allegations against me that I strangled my ex-girlfriend. That is not true, and this video contains the full truth. I have never strangled anyone in my entire life. That's not what I do. I'm not physically aggressive in any way at all. Most people would describe me as super gentle.
He later went on to say that Evelyn was the one who was abusive in the relationship and she was pretty insecure.
The truth is, Evelyn was abusive to me for pretty much in the entirety of our relationship, and I'm not the only one. I've spoken to multiple of her former partners, and they all had basically the exact same experience as me. Throughout my relationship with Evelyn, it started with control. She had concerns that she's going to be abandoned for another girl. I had lots of female friends, and it started with if you see this girl, I'm going to break up with you, or you have to pick me or them. And over time, I just basically wasn't allowed to see my friends, and I got more contained and cornered and isolated. After these kind of like psychological threats stopped working of her threatening me, she resorted to being physical, hitting, pulling, scratching, all the things, digging her nails into me.
According to Ben, Evelyn's sisters also knew about this abuse going on to the extent that they had to go meet her and tell her that that is completely not okay.
And her being physical was an open secret among her sisters, and it was an open secret among my friends. Like, we spoke about it extensively. With her sisters in particular, early on in the relationship, they said, "Have you ever seen Evelyn go crazy?" I said, "I have." And they said, no, like really crazy. And I was like, I know what you're talking about. We were all in Asia together last year, Biopole, me, Evelyn, and her sisters, and my body was covered in scratches, and her sisters saw it, and they knew exactly where the scratches were from, and they went to Evelyn and told her off, and they said, "This is not okay."
He said a lot of things in this video, including the fact that Evelyn cheated on him with multiple guys, and also that his therapist told him to get a restraining order against Evelyn.
We had a couples therapist who was fully aware that Evelyn was physically abusive to me multiple times. Our couples therapist had told me one-on-one that I should consider getting a restraining order against Evelyn. And to me, this was like mind-blowing. Like, it was not something I had ever considered. And I clearly did not understand how serious the situation was. Yeah, this is the same experience that her other partners have had. And they also have it fully documented. They have letters of her admitting to it. They have photos of their injuries. It's all there. It's not going anywhere for now, except to court. And the other thing about Evelyn is she's not to be trusted. I had lots of issues trusting her. She would hit me or be physical with me. And when she said, she would say, "This isn't going to happen again." And then 30, 45 days later, it inevitably happens again. And your trust resets. And then it rebuilds and it resets and rebuilds and resets. And you just find it hard to trust her. And I think, Evelyn is a master manipulator, not just externally, but also internally with the people around her. She's very, very compelling. And she's really good at blurring the lines.
He then briefly touched on the fight, but he said that he is not allowed to talk more about that because of legal reasons.
I did not get a restraining order. And a few weeks later, we got into a fight. I broke up with her. She left, and her last text to me was, "I'm going to make sure this comes back to you 10,000 times fold." And she, I later learned, immediately went to the police and alleged that I strangled her.
And I think you already know where this is going, because basically nobody believed him, at least to a certain extent. When I first came across this video, I kid you not, the video had about 400 likes with 1.1 thousand comments. 400 likes, 1.1 thousand comments. And if you've been watching YouTube for the longest time, you know for a fact that that's not normal. Whenever you see a video of that form or that has that kind of likes, you already know that person's about to get a lot of criticism. I would say there are two major reasons people don't really believe Ben. Number one, this whole situation is still pretty fresh. I mean, the information just came out that he got arrested on the 21st, and he released this video just a couple days after the 21st. The second reason is because he didn't provide any proof, like no evidence at all while he was even editing the video. He just said it through the word of mouth. I would like to believe this is because of legal reasons, and he wants to take it through the court system instead of releasing it online. And a lot of people did not believe him because most of this form of abuse was already documented through Evelyn vlogs. But there were still some people who wanted to hear him out and stay neutral on the whole situation. One video people were referencing or talking about was the video that Evelyn, Emily, and Erica did together. And in that video, you could literally hear Erica saying that Evelyn can be, let's just say, manipulative sometimes.
Eat your food. Guys, my sisters are so mean. Everyone plays the victim in the videos. Guys, don't be fooled. Off camera,
She becomes like the evil witch of the West.
I'm not even that
But
mean
on camera, she's like,
I'm not even that mean off camera. She's the mean one.
camera's off.
How am I mean? Describe one event where I was mean.
Well, first off, you're annoying. And second, she raises her voice so much higher than she does in the video. Right now, she's like, anyways, moral of the story, Evelyn plays the victim in the videos.
Okay guys, it's already getting pretty dark, so I think editing Kelly would help to finish this video because I'm not sure you all can even see me anymore. Hello. So editing Kelly has been busy, so I have to take over for her. So let's continue. Just a few hours after Ben posted this video, people were so surprised that Fred made a post on his Instagram story basically telling his own side of the story. Hi, I'm about to share something serious that I have kept private for a long time. It is not easy to talk about, and I'm only saying what I feel ready to say publicly. All I ask is that you read with care. I just saw Ben's video. I wasn't planning to speak publicly, but hearing experiences that felt familiar made staying silent feel wrong. I was in a relationship with Evelyn for years before Ben. During that relationship, I experienced things that were consistent with part of what Ben described, including physical violence. When our relationship ended, a version of events was shared publicly that did not fully reflect my experience. At the time, I chose not to respond. I made that decision for several reasons. I wanted to protect her. I didn't want to turn a private situation into something public, and I was young and didn't fully know how to handle the situation. I am not yet to revisit the past in detail or to speak for anyone else. I'm only sharing this to clarify that my experience and truth did not fully align with the narrative that had been presented. I stayed quiet for a long time for my own reasons. Speaking now is simply about being honest about what I experienced. Some of what was shared in the video was new information to me, and I would like to process it privately. I am also sorry for what Ben went through. I hope he has the support he needs. That was it. That was all he said. And people were left shocked and surprised because they didn't really expect Fred to speak about the situation, because I played a few clips earlier where I said that Fred and Evelyn both agreed that they were going their separate ways on good terms and nothing bad happened. Even Fred replied to a comment saying the exact same thing. So a lot of people started making up conspiracy theories by saying that Ben's PR team allegedly paid Fred. I am using the word allegedly, but when I tell you that netizens were not using this word at all, they were like 100% sure that Ben paid Fred, even though it has not really been confirmed. And a lot of people saw this as two men coming together to make a woman's story look false. Netizens were also leaving comments on Fred's page asking him why he just decided to speak up now and why he's lying and why he took money from Ben and so on and so forth. Honestly, I don't know if Fred was paid. I don't know if Ben's PR team reached out to Fred, telling him to talk about this whole situation so they can make Evelyn look more guilty. I don't know about it all. But one thing I would say is people leaving comments like, why did you decide to talk now? Yes, I do understand that the timeline is pretty suspicious and how they are speaking up back to back and basically saying things that are completely different. For example, Fred saying that some of the things that Ben said in that video is completely new to him, while Ben is saying that he talked to multiple of Evelyn's exes. The stories don't just align. However, I would say that people that are leaving comments saying, why did you decide to speak now? Those type of things where you surprise somebody who's trying to be open about their experience with another person. Now, let's leave out Evelyn, Fred, Ben situation. Let's talk about in real life. In real life, I think it's extremely wrong for someone to come out with an allegation and say, this is what I experienced and I couldn't really speak out because of her platform and I didn't really want her reputation to be ruined. And then you'd be like, why are you just picking up now? Why are you even speaking up at all? Calling him a man child and so on and so forth. I feel like that is wrong. Okay, not only women can be abused, men can in fact be abused and cheated on. I hope we do know that. That same day, Ben's brother, his name is Jake, posted something on his Instagram story saying, my brother Ben has been the subject of serious and deeply troubling allegations over the past several days. Ben is my brother. I have known him my entire life. I love him, I stand by him, and I know the kind of person he is. Anyone who knows Ben knows his character, his gentleness, his integrity, and the deep love so many people have for him. This past week has tested my family in ways I never could have imagined, and I am deeply grateful for the team around us and for everyone who has reached out with support. Out of respect for the legal process, I will not speak to the specifics of these allegations, but I ask that people withhold judgment until the full truth is known. In moments like this, it is easy for accusations to spread faster than facts, but truth matters, due process matters, and fairness matters. Evelyn Har's final message to Ben was, I'm going to make sure this comes back to you in a millionfold. The truth will prevail. Another person that kind of spoke up about this situation is Ben's alleged ex-situationship. She just posted a video on TikTok saying, your ex-situationship got arrested. And in this video, she included a clip of her and Ben together holding hands in a jet. I think that's a jet or a helicopter. And the caption says, "Life is full of surprises, sending so much healing energy to the poor girl that was hurt by him." This is all we know so far, and this case will go to court pretty soon. But at the end of the day, abuse is abuse. Abuse is bad, and abuse can happen to anyone. And I really just hate the way people are approaching this particular situation. It's a very, very serious situation. Like, this is no jokes at all. I called Ben crazy. Yes, I do believe he's crazy based on what I've seen online. He does really stupid things. Like, yo, when I was watching these videos, I'm like, why is this man talking like this? I saw a lot of comments implying that Evelyn, being 5'4", can never harm someone that is up to 6 feet. And I legit burst into laughter, not because this is an unserious matter, but because this person does not know what abuse is, or does not know that an abuser can look however they want to look and still be an abuser. Again, let's say we're not talking about this particular situation, we're just talking about abuse in general. Men can be abusers, women can be abusers. There's no one size fits all for how an abuser should look like or what gender an abuser should be. There's always a possibility that someone can be a bad person. You just never know. Anything about abuse, DV, it always just triggers me. I really don't like talking about it because it's not something that I can even bring myself to express words about. Talking about people that have actually gone through that, and I still stand by my word. I do in fact feel bad for Evelyn. And just because she stayed after seeing the red flags doesn't mean she deserved to go through abuse. Anyways, guys, that is all for this video. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And I'm gonna see y'all in the next one. Bye.